The electrification of transportation and the rise of energy storage systems are fundamentally changing what we expect from our batteries, and the bar has never been higher. Engineers are being asked to build batteries that last longer, charge faster, are safer, and more affordable. And those don't always pull in the same direction. And that is the challenge before us. EIS, the technology at the heart of this conversation, allows us to reimagine battery intelligence by bringing that intelligence into every battery cell. I'm here today with one of our leading experts on batteries, Wenja, who leads our battery management solutions business. Wenja, thanks for joining us today.
Of course.
And I know we're working on this chipset here at TI, but I think we should start with, why did we even start working on it? Why was there even a need for this?
So this chipset integrates EIS engine, which is Electrochemical Impedance Spectroscopy, to significantly boost the safety and performance of the automotive and industrial applications, such as electric vehicles and ESS, energy storage systems.
So we have this chipset. What distinguishes ours from other solutions on the market today?
To start with the EIS feature itself, as you know, EIS, it basically sends AC current excitation over a range of frequencies into the battery cells. And then it tells various of battery status information based on the impedance that's measured. For example,
state of charge, state of health, temperature effects.
And all those provides visibility, as you mentioned, into the cell real time. And combined with the algorithm, which properly processes the data, now the EV makers are able to design their BMS system to charge the battery more intelligently and safely, especially under extreme conditions. For example, fast charging events under very high or low temperatures. And secondly, this device is also the industry's highest channel count battery cell monitors. Today, TI offers 12 channels and below, 16 channels and 18 channel cell monitors. Now, with this chip, we're adding a 26 channel into the same portfolio, which is significant because it simply means we're able to achieve a higher power density, higher flexibility, simpler design, and lower BOM cost. Because together with our high voltage pack monitor and new communication bridge, this whole solution can support up to 250 cells on a single platform.
You mentioned safety. That's a key priority, or a top priority for not only engineers who are designing these systems, but the end user who's driving these cars, right? How does our chipset contribute to the overall vehicle safety?
Safety is indeed the top priority, and in fact also a decision factor of EV adoption. Therefore, always is a top consideration whenever a BMS system is designed. In fact, today already there are many protection and detection mechanisms built into battery packs. For example, the overvoltage, overcurrent protection, the temperature sensors, pressure sensors, and so on. But all of those are reactive. Which means they can only tell after a fault or a failure happens. Now, what EIS brings to the table is a proactive diagnosis to predict failure, to detect the chemical or electrochemical behavior inside the cells ahead of those traditional sensors, which can only measure from the surface of the system. And those early indicators are very critical because it helps prevent, for example, a thermal runaway, which is a big care about in EV applications as well as ESS. And for example, also the sudden power loss event and even some more dangerous event situations like fire.
Yeah. So this isn't a new technology, right?
Yeah, it's not.
So I imagine there's probably people out there who are a bit skeptical about it since it's not new. How do you think our chipset is going to maybe change people's perspective?
Yeah, that's a great question. And in fact, I want to share a fun fact. A few weeks ago, I actually found a post from TIE to E forum, which was asking about EIS. And guess when was it first posted?
5 years ago.
It's 2013.
Whoa.
So it's actually more than 10 years ago. And I also do know that EIS technology even existed way earlier than that. So what's different today that EIS became such a hot topic? I think the increased usage or leverage of the bigger and more expensive battery packs, the higher level of safety, and the more affordable way to build EIS engine into semiconductor chips, all that has driven the EIS adoption today.
What are some applications down the road that you see EIS being applicable to?
I think all battery applications will benefit from the visibility, real-time visibility into battery cells. It simply started with bigger battery applications like EV, like ESS, because the benefits is more straightforward and obvious. But we have observed more applications across industrial, like power tools, like humanoid robots, and even personal electronics. In PE, we've seen notebooks, we've seen smartphones. This started adopting EIS. So in the end, I don't want to put any boundary in where EIS can be applied. In the end, I think any battery applications can benefit from EIS at different levels.
So you said you found an E to E forum from about 13 years ago talking about EIS. That was a long time ago. 13 years from now, 15 years from now, how do you anticipate EIS evolving?
Micah, I'm afraid, in today's world, even 5 years is too long to predict. So let me try for the next couple of years. I think within the next 2 years, EIS will become not a niche technology that only few people understands and adopts. And that time, the potential of EIS will exponentially increase. And then the end systems designers, engineers, they can push the technology boundary even harder in achieving the absolutely best performance without worrying about the reliability and safety of the batteries. So to me, that freedom is the biggest impact that EIS can make.
I really like what you said about pushing the boundaries of technology, because that's what we try to do every day here at TI in all of our work across the entire company. So that struck a chord with me. Thank you for joining us today and explaining EIS, talking about it and its advantages and the innovation and where it's headed. No doubt that it's going to change the world of batteries, which is evolving rapidly, as you said. So thank you for your time.
Of course, my pleasure.
For more information, check out ti.com/BMS.